After his encounter with the scribes and Pharisees, Jesus now goes into the Gentile territories of Tyre, Sidon, and Decapolis. Perhaps he wants to be away from the crowds that follow him wherever he goes. Or this could already be his way of sending the message that his mission is not only to the Jews and that the Gentiles are not unclean people. Hence, his ministry is to them as well. His presence in the area is soon known to many people, and they came to him. One of them is a woman whose daughter had an unclean spirit. She was Greek, but Syrophoenician by birth. She comes and prostrates herself before Jesus and begs him to drive away the evil spirit from her daughter. The answer of Jesus, however, is very strange of him. Let the children be fed first, for it is not right to take the food of the children and throw it to the dogs. This suggests an image of a family meal where the children are fed first, and then the leftovers are given to the dogs that are oftentimes under the table. By this statement, Jesus is implying that his mission is towards the Jews first and only later to the Gentiles. But the woman is unmoved by his response. Instead, she shows her genuine humility and steadfast faith in him. She replies, "Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's scraps." She dismisses what seems to be words of insult and displays her readiness to endure anything just to get the favor from Jesus for the healing of her daughter. And this is coupled by her unqualified faith in him by addressing him as Lord. The example of this pagan woman should inspire us to be firm in our faith in the Lord, especially during times of severe trials and difficulties. In truth, God does not want us to suffer. However, in his wisdom, he allows us to undergo these trials so that we may turn to him with humility and complete trust. He is always ready to come to our aid, and as shown by Jesus on the cross, he is even willing to suffer and die for our sake. Today, the 11th of February, we celebrate the feast of our Blessed Virgin Mother as we commemorate her apparition in Lourdes, France in 1858 to Saint Bernadette. Through this humble girl, Mary called people to conversion and enkindled within the Church a great zeal for prayer and charity, especially service to the sick and the poor. On this day, the Church observes the World Day of the Sick. It was Pope St. John Paul who instituted this celebration in 1992. In his apostolic letter, he said that this day is a special time of prayer and sharing of offerings, one suffering for the good of the Church, and of reminding us to see in our sick brother or sister the face of Christ, who by suffering, dying, and rising achieved the salvation of humankind. We may not have the chance to go to Lourdes, but if we pray together, especially through the intercession of the Blessed Mother, we are confident that God will grant us good health and recovery from any illness. As one community, we are gathered here to pray together for our sick brothers and sisters. We should learn to appreciate the value of praying together. As we see in the Gospel today, it is faith that heals because it is God who acts, and there is nothing impossible with God.